Hello, I'm Dylan.
Hi, my name is Michael Garcia.
Hi, I'm Janelle Malou.
Hi, I'm Kelly Valverde.
And we are Quarantine. We are part of the Week Encoded Cleveland Flex Code program and met every other weekend. Our program included independent learning through online modules and weekly Q&A sessions, as well as graded projects. We accomplished all of this while still maintaining full-time careers and obligations. In March, due to the COVID-19 pandemic, we transitioned into a fully remote program and began our final team project, a web application called eatSmart. Have you ever tried to plan meals or change your diet? Planning what food you want to make and when can be tedious and time-consuming. When you do find a recipe or meal, sometimes it's hard to remember where you saved it. Even when you plan meals, it can be tough to make a comprehensive grocery list or remember to stick to your plan. This often leads to wasted time, wasted money, and wasted food. Luckily, we created a solution with our application, eatSmart. eatSmart is designed to help users easily create meal plans, recipes, and shopping lists so they can eat healthy and stick to their desired meal plan and best of all, save money. By more consciously planning meals, users can also significantly reduce their environmental impact. This app is especially relevant now in our current state of lockdown because it is a helpful tool that can at least make this aspect of life easier. Our app lets users add their own recipes and plan meals based on their schedule, and create a grocery list based on their plan. To speak more about the visual aspect of our project, I'll pass it to my teammate Janelle.
Thanks, Kelly. We designed eatSmart to be easy to use and visually appealing by choosing a color scheme and applying similar but different images to each page. We chose colors that feel fresh and food-oriented, like green and orange. We then implemented them into our logo and then proceeded to use them within each page of our site. These colors also easily lend themselves to highlighting easy-to-see alerts and important information. We also use images of food to keep users engaged and inspired to create recipes and meals. We kept our page layouts simple and focused on one function, example, adding a recipe or meal, etc., so that it would be easy for a user to navigate and flow through the application. We achieve this by using tools on the front end, such as HTML, CSS, JavaScript with Ajax, while also using a Java backend that handles saving user-entered data into repositories or mock databases. So the first thing a user would see is our login page, and Mike will speak on that.
So the first step to using our app is to register. Users are able to register through the app, and this allows them to save their meals to their account. We built a secure login page from scratch, using a validator that utilizes Spring MVC, Java, Timeleaf, and also some resources that we learned from Spring Security. We used model view controller patterns to create this, as well as HTML and CSS to style the user interface. We also used JavaScript to create prompts and warnings on this page as well. After you log in, the app takes you to our homepage, which is fairly easy to navigate and it shows. Previews of each section are shown on the homepage. This allows a user-friendly flow in which users can see quick overviews of each section and go right into selected parts of our app. Or they can utilize the nav bar we built that outlines each section above. One of our highlighted sections is our calendar, that is designed to keep track of planned meals and help users stay organized by showing what days they have planned on the meals. Future iterations, given more time in the future, we would like to add more functionality to our planning our meals through the calendar, which would give the user better options for creating a weekly meal plan. We would also build out a system for providing alerts based on a user's meal plan to remind them that their food is coming up or so their food doesn't go to waste. And now I'll pass it on to Dylan to go more into detail regarding recipes and meals page.
For our recipes and meal planning pages, we created a smooth and user-friendly experience guided by intuitive features that make it easy to add recipes with ingredients and add those recipes to meals. Our app prompts the user to add ingredients using a super user-friendly autocomplete dropdown that allows them to quickly select preloaded ingredients. Users can even add their own ingredients without loading a new page if their ingredient is not included in our preloaded list. Our interface makes it easy and efficient to create a collection of recipes that can then be used to create a meal plan. We also created a way to display a grocery list which pulls ingredients from each selected recipe in a user's meal plan. In order to create this seamless experience for the user, we wrote a lot of code behind the scenes, including cutting-edge JavaScript that uses AJAX calls to make GET and POST requests on the fly. We learned how to connect our front end to our back end Java, where we used ORM, or Object Resource Mapping, and REST controllers to store user-entered data. For future iterations, we envision our app being developed a lot further by using third-party integrations and staying relevant to its users. So how are we able to work as a team and communicate with being in the We Can Code Flex Code program, along with full-time jobs, other obligations, and the challenges of a pandemic? Well, my partner Janelle will tell you all about that.
We were able to create this while working fully remotely and using communication and collaboration tools. We use GitHub, Gitbash for all of our project collaborations. We made our own feature branches to work on while continuing to update from the development branch. We were able to merge our branches while communicating to ensure there were no conflicts. We also used GitHub Project Board during our Scrum ceremonies to make sure we were all on the same page. Slack was another tool used as our daily communication. We shared updates, screenshots, and code snippets, along with using threads to track individual issues. We had daily stand-up meetings using Google Meets that tied all of our communications for that day together and kept up with what we did, what was next, and what our blockers were. Pair programming and computer swarming were ways we were able to help each other out with our blockers that were brought up in our daily stand-ups. We also recorded our swarming sessions for future reference and to keep members up to speed.
In conclusion, throughout this group project, we each have learned a lot about programming and what it's like to work on a development team. Working as a team posed its own unique challenges, different from coding independently, but allowed us to grow in different ways than we initially anticipated. This app shows how far we have come as developers, and in the future, we hope eatSmart keeps users organized and efficient with their food purchases, and gives them a quick and easy place to find what they need. Thank you for viewing our presentation.